Hey Connor, this is Steven. I spoke with you earlier today. I made this quick personalized video for you just showing how your business can bring in more local customers. I'm going to go over three essential things in order to bring more business. This is content, citations, and backlinks. And I don't want to take up too much of your time or mine, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. So first I'm going to go over content. Content is anything that's on your homepage here. It's the pictures even, and it's all this content. Google likes to see at least between 1,000 and 1,500 words on a homepage. This gives you plenty of opportunities to put in the buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases that people are searching for to find you on the internet for your services. It lets Google know what your services are, and it'll match up with those keywords and bring you up in those searches. I've got a tool here that I use called Ahrefs, and it gives me a look into your SEO, into what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So in the past 3 months, your website was found for two keywords, but it wasn't clicked on at all. Due to that, and I'm using the Raleigh area because I believe you do cover the Raleigh area, even though you are based in Durham. And I'm using Raleigh just because Raleigh gets the most searches for fencing services and installation, stuff like that. So the top company in Raleigh right now that's ranking on top of Google search is Seeger's Fence Company. And I plugged them into the same tool. And as you can see, in the past 30 days, their site was actually found for 213 keywords. And because of that, and another factor I'm going to go over, they were clicked on 460 times. So we can go ahead and go in and look at all the keywords they're being found for. And as you can see, here's one fence company, Raleigh. This volume right here was in the past month, right? They had right around 200 search volume just for that term alone. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different combinations of Raleigh and fence repair, fence company, all that. It easily adds up to over 1,000 search volume within the month, and they were found for that a lot, and they were clicked on a bunch. So we can go into your keywords, what you're being found for, and you're being found for two, and one of them is fence installation Raleigh, which get 100 search volume in the last 30 days, and fencing Durham NC, which of none of those you got clicked on. So what we would do is actually get the the keywords that this site, I'm sorry, I keep switching through tabs here. I know it's probably confusing, but we would find out what they're being found for and find out how often they put these keywords and keyword phrases on their site. So if they had it on like one of the keywords two times, we would put it on 3 or 4 times on your site. We do that with each of the keywords. We would beat them out in that content. And a little trick here too is your pictures. You can save these as keywords and Google will pick that up. So that's a little trick. It's like hidden keywords as well. But also, I think you would really benefit for a locations drop down in your header as well. That, and also, amping up your content on your homepage would really do you some good, and that's a good basis for SEO. So the second thing I'd like to go over are citations. And to really explain citations, I'm bringing up a Google search page here. I put in one of the main search terms. First thing that comes up are ads, but we are not going to bother with that right now. What I want to concentrate on is right under the ads. This is the map pack. This has to do with your Google business profile. And there are several factors here that will get you ranked in the map pack, but the main driver are citations. The citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on an online directory such as Yelp, Angie, whitepages.com. There's a bunch of them. But the more of these citations that you have, actually, the more trust you build with Google. We can actually go in and see what and how many citations each of these businesses have that are in the top three here. And generally speaking, a company that's in this in this pack right here has at least 150 citations, most of the time more. But we could find out how many, for example, Index Fence Incorporated, say they had 300 citations. We would want to go out and get you at least 350 or 400 maybe, but we'd want to beat them out there. So just like with those keywords, you beat them out with the keywords, you also beat them out with citations here, and that will eventually get you on top of the map pack as well. So lastly, I want to go over backlinks. Backlinks has all to do with this section right here, with it, which is Google's organic search results. And a backlink is essentially another website on the internet that has a link on their site that when clicked, it leads back to your site. It's a link back to your site. And Google uses this to determine whether to push you up in their rankings or push you down. So they can hurt you too. It all depends on the site, the quality of the site that's linking back to you. If this site is has high relevance to your industry, if it has a high authority and has built trust with Google and ranks really high, gets a lot of traffic, Google looks favorably upon that, and they'll actually rank you high if you have a link from that. They'll start ranking you. The more of these links, these backlinks you have from these highly relevant and authoritative sites, Google will continue to push you up in those rankings. But the opposite is also true. If you have these links from sites that have little to no relevance to your industry and they have built no authority or trust with Google, Google will push you down in the rankings. So I'd like to revisit this tool that I was showing you earlier, and it doesn't look like you have any backlinks. I thought you did. I'm just going to refresh this because I want to see if you have any backlinks, because I thought you did, but maybe you didn't. So while that's loading, yes, so you do. So you were found to have 44 backlinks coming from other sites. The top competition, or one of your top competitors, let's go back to theirs. They have 439. And so we can actually go in and look at their backlinks and we can see which ones are pushing them authority and which ones are actually hurting them. So as you can see right here, the spam, it says spam, these are ones we'd want to avoid, but we could go out and find the ones that are pushing authority to them and pushing them up in Google's rankings, and we can reach out to those websites and acquire all the links from all those sites that are pushing them authority. We wouldn't want to do this just with this top site, but with like the top 3 sites that rank in the top 3 in Google. We will look at all their backlinks, go out and acquire all the ones that are pushing power to them and ranking them, and they would rank you as well. And what would push you over the top is when you're done with that, you would continue month after month acquiring backlinks from other relative highly authoritative sites, and that would push you on top, and that would keep you on top as long as you keep on adding. You have more quality backlinks than your competitors. So once again, we went over content. Google likes to see between 1,000 and 1,500 words of highly authoritative content, keyword rich. Citations, you always need more than your competition. If your top comp has 200, you want to beat them out by at least 50 to 100. And then backlinks, you need more relevant sites pointing to your website to show Google that you are the authority. So if you were to start implementing these strategies today, you can be number one across Google. Now, if you want to go ahead and take these strategies and implement them on your own, feel free to do so. Or you can take the more effective route, save yourself some time. You can give me a call. We can actually set up a discovery call. My name's Stephen Hogue. I'm the owner of Virtuous SEO down in Fayetteville, North Carolina, or just outside of Fayetteville. And you can contact me at 910-551-2006, or you can just reply to the email. But either way, I would love your feedback on this. Let me know what I did, what you thought worked, and where you think I could actually use some work in this presentation. But either way, I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.